Today, we are diving deep into a really powerful piece of writing about the ultimate day of accountability. You know, a day when your own body becomes the star witness against you. We're going to break down what happens when that boundary between our inner secrets and our outer reality just completely shatters.
So the text doesn't mess around. It drops us right into this moment of total, absolute revelation. I mean, just imagine a day where every single secret, every hidden thought is just pulled out into the light. No more veils, no more hiding places. Talk about setting an intense stage for what comes next. All right, so let's get into our first section here, this day of unveiling. What does this moment of total transparency actually look like? And maybe more importantly, what causes it to happen in the first place?
Right off the bat, the text makes this crucial link between our outer world and our inner state. It's basically saying that the physical veils on the outside only fall because a boundary on the inside has already been broken. And this idea of an inner boundary, well, that's going to be central to everything we talk about.
And this is where it gets really interesting. It's how this judgment is delivered. There's no external prosecutor standing there pointing a finger. Instead, the witnesses are your own senses, your hearing, your sight, even your skin. The very tools you use to navigate the world are now testifying against you.
So this brings us to what is, for me, the most shocking part of this whole thing. The moment a person's own body literally becomes the key witness for the prosecution. And we're not talking about a metaphor here. The poem presents this as a literal testimony.
Can you even imagine that moment? I mean, really think about it. The poem just perfectly captures that feeling of complete shock and betrayal. You turn to your own skin, your most intimate shield, the thing that's been with you your whole life, and you ask it, "How could you do this to me?" And the reply, well, it gets right to the core of the whole text. The skin isn't angry, it's not trying to get revenge, it's calm, it's direct, it's simply saying, "I'm not doing this out of malice, I'm just obeying a higher command." It's this idea that our bodies, and really all of creation, ultimately answer to the source of all truth.
And look at this list of witnesses, it's everybody. Hearing, sight, skin, hands, feet. It is a full-body indictment. Every single part of you that was involved in an action is now called to the stand to talk about it. The self is just completely surrounded by its own testimony.
So this really forces us to completely reframe our relationship with our own bodies. We tend to think of our body as our ally, our partner in crime, right? But this text says, nope, it was a trust. It was on loan to you. And your skin? It was never meant to be a permanent shield for your secrets. It was always a temporary witness to your choices.
And the contrast here is just so stark. In our world, right now, skin conceals things. Darkness keeps our secrets. Our body acts like a shield. But in the reality being described here, that entire system gets turned on its head. Concealment is literally impossible when every boundary, every shield goes back to its ultimate owner.
Okay, so we've seen the consequence, the body testifying against the self. Now, let's dig into the cause, because the text argues that the root of this entire breakdown isn't something external at all. It's something that happens deep inside of us. And there it is. This line gets to the very heart of the matter, literally. The outer testimony of the skin is only possible because of the inner surrender of the heart. The physical action is just an echo of a spiritual decision that was already made.
The poem has this amazing term for it, the inner frontier. It's not a physical place, of course. It's that invisible line within us, you know? It's made up of our will, our conscience, our deepest intentions. And according to this text, that is the most important line of defense we have.
So you can see here how the two are connected. The outer boundary, our skin, our actions, is only as strong as the inner boundary of our heart and our will. Think of it like a castle. No outer wall can hold if the command center inside is already given up.
This is presented as this kind of inescapable spiritual law. It's cause and effect. The choices you make in the quiet privacy of your own heart will eventually, on this day, come to define your public reality. The secret commands you give yourself become your public sentence.
Now, after this incredibly intense journey through judgment, you'd think the poem would end on a pretty scary note, wouldn't you? But it doesn't. Instead, it pivots. It moves toward wisdom, and it offers a path to integrity for us right here and now.
And this is the core piece of practical advice in the whole text. It shifts our focus away from worrying about that final judgment and brings it right back to today. The key idea is this: the real work isn't policing our actions from the outside, but strengthening our hearts from the inside. If that inner frontier is strong, the outer one will hold.
So ultimately, the message isn't about being afraid that your body's going to betray you someday.
It's all about the strength and integrity of your heart today. True security, this text is telling us, is an inside job.
And this just beautifully brings it all together. It describes the ultimate state of grace. See, the real victory isn't about winning your case after a long, drawn-out trial. The real win is for your skin to have absolutely nothing to say in the first place because your heart was vigilant all along. There's just no negative testimony to give.
And so, this ancient text leaves us with a very modern, very personal question. It takes this huge, cosmic drama about judgment and brings it right down to our daily lives. It asks each of us to look inward and consider our own inner frontier and what it really means for us to stand watch over our own hearts today.